Hello children, welcome to your home science class. Today we will be doing chapter 3, that is influences of identity formation, biological and physical changes. Now in this chapter we are going to learn about the changes that happen when you are an adolescent, and how does it affect our mental state and our physical state. Now first of all, growth spurt. Now what is a growth spurt? Growth spurt is the sudden growth, sudden accelerated growth is known as the growth spurt. Now most people experience a growth spurt which takes place before puberty. Puberty is a time when you are in your adolescent period and when pubic hair starts to grow on your under areas, right? Boys start developing mustaches and beards. Women, they start developing hair in their underarm areas. That is puberty. So growth spurt among girls is most young people experience a growth spurt which takes place before puberty and may be seen afterwards. So the growth spurt generally happens before puberty, and even after puberty you have the growth spurt. It continues. The growth spurt is marked by sudden increase in height and weight. The growth spurt among girls is normally between 9 to 11.5 years. That is the growth spurt. Maximum the girls attain their maximum height and growth during this age, 9 to 11.5 years. But the boys with a peak coming at 12.5 years. So by 12.5 years they attain their maximum growth. But however, for boys it comes later. They reach their peak by 14.5 years to 15.5 years. Now you might have noticed that when you were in, say, class 6 and 7, you look to be older than the boys. The girls, especially the girls of class 6 and 7, they look older than their boys. The boys look very younger, short height. That is because the girl attain their growth spurt earlier than that of boys. The boys, however, attain their growth spurt when they are, say, in class 10 and 11. Right? All of a sudden they grow up. And then they grow taller and heavier than the girls. Right? So that is because boys attain growth spurt at a later age and girls attain growth spurt at an early age. Height and weight also increases during adolescence. Adolescents gain weight during this period. The amount and distribution of fat in their body changes with weight gain. The weight increases by 50%. So whatever you weigh 50% more when you are during your adolescence period. Height of an adolescent increases by 25% throughout the entire span of adolescence. Throughout adolescence, you grow 25% of your original height. So as I've told you, boys suddenly gain height. The physical changes takes place very fast. The bones, they become stronger. Boys become more muscular. Their muscles grow. Girls, they start looking like women. Their feature become more curvaceous. Breast development happens. Hips become heavier. During all these things happen during adolescence. Internal development also takes place. Now, internal development refers to your organs. Hormonal changes takes place. Digestive system becomes more strong. The stomach becomes longer and less tabular. Intestines also grow in length. Liver increases in weight, and heart also grows very, very fast. Its diameter increases by half. The weight increase to its double. Systolic blood pressure and systolic blood pressure in boys is higher. Lung capacity increases. That is, the lung becomes more powerful, more strong, and it can take in more air. It becomes, the capacity of the lungs to hold air also increases. Endocrine glands becomes very active, as a result of which in adolescence period you have lots of pimples on your face. Reproductive organs grow in size and also in strength, because during adolescence, from the time of adolescence, you become fit to bear a child, the girl, right? So from adolescence period, for both boys and the girls, the reproductive system starts developing. Not starts developing, it becomes developed. In boys, chests become broad and hips become narrow, hair start growing on face and other parts of the body. Boys become heavy and deep. They gain muscular strength because of development of muscle mass. They achieve good stamina. And in girls, voice becomes sweet and melodious. Hair growth on under areas. Breast development takes place. Fat deposition happens in certain part of your body. And skin also becomes, there is a change in your skin. It becomes more oily, and there are a lot of pimples. Boys change, especially among boys. The boys become heavier. They become very hoarse for boys. Physical appearance also change. The skeleton develops, and the shoulder becomes broad. Hips broad, and comparatively hips and becomes narrower. Now, late and early maturers. What is the difference between early maturers and late maturers? You would see that in your class there are girls who have attained physical development earlier than other girls, or boys who have attained physical development than other boys. Those are early maturers. For them, the maturity or physical growth has happened earlier than the other boys and girls. And late maturers are those whose growth and height increases later than all other friends. Those are late maturers. If the boys are early maturers, that is beneficial. They attain leadership quality. They're liked by all. They are listened to by all. They become stronger, right? They are considered to be very important. But for girls, it is just the contrary. If the girls attain physical maturity earlier than other girls, they are considered, they are given names like grandma, didi, and these sorts of things. They are called by these sorts of things, auntie, right? They become, they feel very awkward that other girls have not grown up. Why is there such a great development, physical development in her? So it is a reason of concern. It is a reason of feeling very awkward if the girls attain growth or maturity earlier than other girls. And one more thing for early maturers, the early maturing girls, they have their periods. That is menstrual cycle. Their menstrual cycle begins earlier than other girls. This is also a serious concern. They cannot share their feelings with others because the other girls, they do not even have it. They do not know what it is, right? So they feel to be very awkward and strange among the company of other girls, because during this period all new things happen. Maybe this is something very common when you grow up, but just imagine those days when you had your first periods, or those days when your physical development, you had your physical development. You started looking at the mirror, thinking, why are you growing up so fast? So this is a period of storm and stress. If you are growing at a slower pace, being a girl, that is good for you. But if you are growing at a faster pace, that is a problem, that is a trouble. Actually, that is not a trouble. It's because the girls feel awkward. It's not a trouble for others. And even the other girls, they start teasing them, right? Taunting them sometimes. So it raises a lot of mental concern. Now we will be doing heredity and environment. Heredity and environment plays a great role in the development of a child, of an adolescent. Now the intellect that you have inherited, the qualities that you have inherited, it is because of your heredity. So if your parents or if your ancestors, they have good knowledge, good education, they are intellectuals, you would also get those things, inherit those things from your parents. However, if they are uneducated, if someone belongs to a poor family without any education, right, and there is no very intelligent people in the family, then the person at times he or she also tends to be a dumb one. Environment also plays a great role in the development of a child, in the development of an adolescent. The environment in which you are in, right, plays a great role in developing your personality. If you are in a good atmosphere where there are lots of people to encourage you, you have been given a lot of things to improve your skill, definitely you would grow up to be a very confident person. However, if you grow up in a slum-like area where people use slang, there is always domestic violence, and say there is nothing good, you don't have education, there is no school, definitely the mental development of the child would not reach it to its fullest extent, to its potential, full potential. Now you must know that genes are responsible for transferring the parents' characteristics to the child. Now these genes contain for every character and trait there is one gene, that is one gene for color, one gene for color of eyes, height, weight, creativity, intelligence, etc. At the time of fusion of nucleus, whatever combination is formed by chance make the personality of the baby. So whatever combination, whatever genes get combined during fusion, that is during the formation of zygote, the child also gets those characteristics. Those traits are passed on from the parents to the offspring. Environment can be of the following types. Family environment. Family environment is perhaps the greatest plays the greatest role in the development of a child, because the child spends maximum time among his family members, right? So he learns behavior, he learns social traits, he learns all manners from his family. So if the family consists of intelligent people, sensitive people, the child is also going to be sensitive and intelligent with all moral values. He's going to be a good citizen in future. School, next thing is school. School environment also plays a great role in the development of a child, because after your home, school is always considered to be the second home. After your home, the maximum time you spend in any other institution, that is your school. Academics in school, curricular activities, they train you up as a person. They improve your personality. They help in the development of your personality. They brings out your inner self. The schools bring out your inner self. They find out the hidden talent within yourself. Right? School is a place which actually not only teaches you. School is a place which not only teaches you, but it also develops you as a person. Get your first friends from school, right? Peer group. Peer group refers to the friend group. If you fall among a bad company, then what will happen? You will also tend to be like them, bad, doing all sorts of notorious things. If you are in good company, then definitely your character would develop, your personality would develop in a better way. Social and economic status. Though I would not like to tell this, but it's very true that our economic status, our social status plays a great role in our development. Now say for instance a child who lives at slum with little money, he or she has not been able to get very good education, or rather the people with whom he mixes in the slum are all very rotten, then definitely no matter how much education you try to give him, no matter how much effort you give on him, he will not develop to be a good child. Of course there are miracles, sometimes it may happen, but social status and your environmental status help you in building up as a person. Neighborhood. Again, neighborhood also plays a great role. If you are in a good neighborhood, you won't be doing anything bad. And even if you are a very good person living in a rotten neighborhood with all criminals, you would also use slang, you would also go astray, right? It happens. And if one criminal comes in a good neighborhood, you would think thousands of times before doing anything nasty. This is all in this chapter. From this chapter, the questions that you need to prepare are firstly growth spurt, definition of growth spurt. Then number 2. So first question is, what is growth spurt? Next question would be, explain how. the height and weight of a person change during adolescence? Explain how the height and weight change during adolescence. Next, write a note on the sexual development of boys and girls. Write a note on the sexual development of boys and girls during adolescence. Differentiate between early and late maturers. Next question, differentiate between early and late maturers. How does heredity and environment affect the personality development of a child, of an adolescent, How does heredity and environment affect the personality development of an adolescent? Explain the role of, next question, explain the role of family, school and peer group in the development of an adolescent. Next, what do you understand by peer group? Also refer to the questions given at the end of the chapter. That's all for this chapter, that is chapter number 3. Thank you for attending the session. Goodbye.